in developing its policy, but they understand what the union means, they understand that it's fundamental to society, and they understand that the union protects their interests and, more importantly, I suppose, the family and community interests as well.
Because the dispute seemed unlikely to be resolved between Rio Tinto and the workers, the union looked to the Industrial Relations Commission to help with the dispute. The commission ordered the workers back to work and the company to stop making changes. They decided to arbitrate the issues.
It really is essentially an extension of the rule of law under common law, and it's something which Australians see as being part of the fair system that we believe we've developed in Australia.
The Industrial Relations Commission is part of Australia's legal system. For over a century now, its job has been to help resolve disputes between workers and their employers. However, the Howard government has a different approach to industrial relations. In 1996, it reduced the power of the Commission, particularly in arbitration.
The resolution of these issues really lies in the hands of the parties. They've got to be responsible for whether this mine can be made to operate efficiently or not. Have we seen in the past these issues go to arbitration? Loads of times. I mean, that is sort of half the problem, that instead of fixing the problem, they go off and get a compromise solution. Now, quite frankly, we've sort of got to a point where compromise solutions are just inadequate. We've got to put the ideology and the process to one side and focus on the things that are actually going to make the mine more efficient.
I mean, if you've got a dispute with your neighbour, you don't fight to the last drop of blood to see who's the strongest and wins the dispute. If you've got a dispute over property with a member of your family, you don't take guns out and settle it in the street. This is just an extension of those necessary elements that make for a good progressive democratic society.
The company appealed. In early 1998, the Commission decided it had no power to arbitrate the dispute, leaving the parties to resolve it themselves.
The decision of the Commission has allowed and upheld the right for companies to communicate directly with employees and seek agreement through the balloting process.
It's a big step forward. It's a landmark decision promoting enterprise bargaining and the reform process for which the government's responsible. So it's a very good win for us. There's no two ways about it.
Rio Tinto claims it simply wants to deal directly with its employees and is not anti-union. However, the company revealed its attitude to the union when it publicly handed out awards for the first non-union coal.
That's why the dispute between the union movement and Rio Tinto has been so important, because it's gone to the very core of unionism and the right to collectively bargain, which is an internationally recognised right.
The workers united will never be defeated.
I could not believe this morning the arrogance of Rio Tinto management.
I think money's not the issue for them. I mean, they're not making commercial decisions every day. I think Mr Davies is saying they're losing $1 million. So it's not the money that's at stake. What it is at stake is their desire to bludgeon the workforce into submission, and our equally strong desire to say, no, that's not going to happen, because if it happens at the mine in the Hunter Valley, then there's huge potential for it to spread.
You will not walk alone. We are with you the whole way.
Respect for workers' rights, respect for collective bargaining, and respect for human values. That's what we're going to pursue. Their ideals, they can't be killed off. We may have some setbacks, but if you're asking me whether or not in the end we will be successful, I'd have to tell you overwhelming confidence exists within our organisation and exists within our communities.
People out there might feel that you're a lunatic or you're a radical or you're just an activist or, somebody with a wooden spoon. When it all's said and done, at least I know that when we've finished this, we've done all we could, and whatever happens is in the laps of the gods.
The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.
We're begging for backup and having a go. We're women with worries, but who wants to know? We stress for our partners, our children, our dreams. No one gives a damn. That's how it all seems. Please make an effort to at least understand that the company we're fighting is raping our land. Their indecent proposals, and that's what they are offensive and threatening and all quite bizarre. We need more support to the problems we face. Is your job secure in your working place? That's not meant to threaten, but to open your eyes to the reality we're facing, the fight of our lives. Our support group was formed from necessity and need. We're people just like you. We hurt and we bleed. So next time you hear of the miners on strike, please take a moment to imagine what it's like.